How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be giving you a much awaited update on the project truck Gunsmoke. Now, with everything that's been going on, this project has gotten pushed back a little bit, but we do want to keep working on it. So in this video, we're going to go over the top 10 suggestions that have been made in the comments and where we stand on those. Let's check them out. One of the comments that we saw a lot was about doing paintless dent repair because everyone cringed at the mention of using Bondo. And I've done enough bodywork to know that caking clay into a big dent is honestly a terrible idea. What I want to do is get the dents out as much as possible so that we don't have to use very much Bondo at all. That way we can just smooth out panels the same way that a professional body shop would. Another interesting comment that we saw was maybe trying to fix some of the dents using a ball and a pump to inflate it behind the panel so that it pushes the dent out. And we thought that sounded like a fun idea. It's also pretty cheap because this ball was 12 bucks and already had the pump, so might as well try it out. Here is the dent that's in the side of the bed on the F-150. So what I'm gonna try to do is sneak this ball right in there and see if it can't push out at least the top part of that dent. Now I've got the pump hooked up to the ball. Let's see if we can't get a dent out of this thing. All right. Oh, might have to muscle it a little bit. Oh, did you see that? Oh, did you see that? Wow, I am thoroughly impressed. I honestly didn't expect that to work so well, and it's pretty good. I mean, you can still tell just a little bit that there's still a dent there, but wow, I'm genuinely shocked. That worked really well. Good suggestion, guys. One of the comments that we first started seeing was about this aftermarket grill. Some people like it, some people hate it. I definitely don't dig it, so I'm gonna be excited to get this factory style grill onto this truck. But since some people have come to associate this aftermarket grill with Gunsmoke, we're gonna make sure that whenever we sell the truck, we'll make this grill available to whoever buys it just in case they want to keep it this way. Swapping the grills between these trucks should be pretty easy, so while I'm here I might as well get it done. And it looks like a lot of the hardware is already loose, so that's a plus. Are you ready? Ho ho ho! Wow. Look at that. We finally got the grill swapped, and I think it does a lot for the look of this truck. I've been excited to see it with the proper grill on it, and now we can start to work on this thing to make it take shape. Possibly the top suggestion that we got in the comments is about these wagon wheels, and everyone can rest easy because we're gonna keep them. Right now we're ordering new tires for these wheels, and we're not gonna go too crazy because this truck is already pretty gutless, and if you put huge tires on it, you need to re-gear it. There's other things that we need to address with this project before we could get into anything mechanical like that. So we're going to have new rubber on it. It's going to perform a lot better, and it's going to be a nice old school looking setup, not huge fat wide tires, something that will look proper for a factory style farm truck kind of build. A lot of you wanted to see more range on this truck with a working rear tank, and we have a couple options for that now. We could pull the tank from the F-150, although if I remember right, the sender on that tank won't work with the electronics on Gunsmoke. We could also grab a tank from our good friend Dan Atkinson, who looks to have a pretty clean one that would drop right into this truck. But we might actually find when we drop the original rear tank that it won't be hard at all to fix, so in that case we should just be able to fix the original one. We've also had plenty of people suggest that we should rebuild this motor, and of course that would always be a good thing if you have the ability to do that, and I have to beat a dead horse here, but our time and budget constraints just aren't going to allow for us to do an entire engine rebuild, because there's plenty of things that we need to address outside of just the power plant on this truck before we can auction it off. But if the person who buys this vehicle feels like it needs that, then that's always something that can be done later on down the road. A lot of the comments have suggested that we should install fender flares in order to fix this rust issue that's right above the trim on the wheel well here on the bed, and that's a perfectly viable solution to fixing this rust right here, although of course it doesn't help us with the rust in the back corner, which is why I think the easiest thing to do is going to be swapping the bed from the F-150 over to here, and that will also maintain the more factory style that we're going for. A lot of other people have suggested too that we should fix the rust with patch panels, and that's also a great suggestion. That's probably what we'll end up doing with the front quarter panel right in front of the bottom edge of the driver door. Another suggestion I've come across a couple times is doing some performance mods. And who doesn't love performance mods? I would love to see something like this with a big turbo on it, especially here at altitude. That would turn this tractor into a lot more than just a tractor. But considering the fact that she smokes as is, I'm not sure this motor would be happy to see any boost. As the old saying goes, you can have your vehicle be two of three things: fast, cheap, and reliable. So this thing can either be cheap and fast, but not reliable, or it could be cheap and reliable, but not fast. So what we're gonna do is make sure that it's reliable, and if the owner who buys this wants to modify it and make some more power with it, then that's something that they can do. We're gonna make sure that they get a truck that runs and drives, and it's one that they can actually use. Another hotly debated aspect of this truck is what to do with the finish. A lot of people have said, keep it gray, don't refinish it, we love the patina. I wish you could see it in person, because I like a good patina, and I wouldn't exactly call this a very good patina. Some look better than others, and sadly this is on the others end of the spectrum. That being said, it's not necessarily a bad idea. It wouldn't be my first choice if this was my personal vehicle. What I would like to do is get the dents most of the way out and respray it. It doesn't have to be anything crazy fancy, but you can do a reasonably good paint job at home if you take your time with it. Other people have also suggested either Raptor lining it or doing some form of a wrap on the truck. And I've used both products before. I've Plasti dipped an entire car, which is a spray-on form of a wrap, and I've also recently Raptor lined a truck that belongs to a friend of mine, and they're both great products, but I'm not sure that either is going to be right for what we're going for with this particular truck. Now we get on to maybe the most debated part of this entire project, which is what to do with the bed. And a lot of people have suggested that we should put a flatbed on this truck, and I love the idea of flatbeds on the right truck, but with the amount of tire that this truck is probably going to have on it, I'm not sure it would be able to pull off the flatbed idea properly, because in order for a truck to look tough with either a utility bed or a flatbed on it, I think you need to have a lot of tire, either 37s or it needs to be a dually, because otherwise it just kind of makes the running gear under the truck look a little scrawny. We also want to make sure that this build appeals to a broad audience, and the more you get into heavily modifying your vehicle, it kind of limits you to a bit of a niche. It's also going to be pretty easy to swap the bed from the F-150 over to this truck. Swapping the bed from the F-150 is going to be the best solution to making sure that this truck fetches as much money as it can at auction, so that we can donate that to Mountain State Children's Home. The idea of what the truck Gunsmoke should turn into basically boils down to two different trains of thought. It should either be a more factory style farm truck, which is where we're leaning, or you could turn it into a more modified off-road flatbed truck. Both are great options, and I think both would look great on this style of truck. But for specifically what we're trying to accomplish with this and auctioning it for charity, I think making a more factory style, almost restored truck is going to be the best option. But the nice thing is that we have a whole other truck left over. So a lot of the ideas that you guys are talking about could possibly end up being applied to six-shooter here, because like I've discussed in other videos, the front suspension on this truck is actually very modifiable for off-road. So potentially when this thing no longer has a bed on it, it could get a flatbed, maybe long travel suspension, big tires, who knows? The possibilities are endless. That's all for this video. As always, this is Case with the Fast Lane Car. Make sure you keep up with us in the comments and keep up with us over the next couple weeks because we're still uploading content. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay safe.